Good morning. We are very glad to be here and have a chance to share our knowledge, some examples from our experience. Our today's session is Cook Your Business Meal in Teams. I know it sounds a bit interesting. What is that? What is about cooking or what? Actually, a little bit we are going to show you some live cooking, but in Teams. But before we start, of course, a few words about us. Together this presentation, today this presentation we are going to have together. My name is Edyta Gorzon. I'm a consultant. I work mostly with adoption and change management projects in Teams, in Microsoft 365, and also around implementation in Teams. I'm calling myself as a community freak. I love our Microsoft community, everything what is connected with that. I love this kind of events and I'm super happy that we are here, I am here, and I have a chance to talk with you, even it's an online event.
Yeah, my name is Marcin Siewnicki. I'm official Microsoft 365 consultant and architect. I work with Teams and modern workplace, modern digital workplace projects, and I'm a big fan of work automation. So if there's anything to automate in Teams, I will try to do this.
That's right. All right, guys, we both, Marcin and I, we are coming from Poland, and we are trying to share this community spirit also in Poland. We do organize Sharepoint Saturday Warsaw. This year we had 5th edition of our event, so hopefully next year we have another one, and hopefully in-person event. And this year we also started 365 Saturday that took place last Saturday. So as you can see, we're crazy about all of these events, or local or international ones. Marcin, would you like to add something to this slide?
Yeah, we did. We prepared a great event last Saturday, but today Teams enabled the hard mute function, so I'm a little jealous about that. We didn't have it.
All right, guys. Cook your business meal in Microsoft Teams. What does it mean? What's the concept? What's the idea? So as I mentioned, I work as a consultant, mostly in adoption and change management projects connected with Microsoft Teams. So the people from different companies, they're moving or from the Skype to Teams or from different platforms to Teams. And this is what I've noticed that, yeah, many of customers, because of Corona and so on, they decided to launch Teams very fastly without any ready-to-made scenarios. Just give people the tool and make sure that they are able to call, they are able to chat. However, from the adoption perspective, we just noticed that, all right, giving people the tools, it's not actually the best way of adoption. It's important to describe kind of scenarios that would be useful for these users. They can see how to make some daily processes inside Teams, how to make their life easier with Teams, how to have fun with Teams. Therefore, we decided today to show you 3 different examples. Actually, communication soup, onboarding main course, and planning dessert. A few of these applications we are going to present are kind of piece of cake for you for sure. I hope that the others can be kind of inspiration how Microsoft Teams as a platform can be used currently in our daily processes. So we will start with the communication soup. Maybe Marcin, you wish to add something to this slide, or I can jump to
it's very easy to forget or to use Teams as a communication platform, as a chat. It's very easy. Chat is good, chat is great, but Teams is not a chat tool. It's really big platform, big tool that you can use in very different ways, and it's a huge hub for collaboration. And yeah, I think that these 3 examples show that it's not only communication tool, chat tool, or online meeting tool, but it's a great way to use it as a great tool inside your organization.
That's right. Fully agree. All right, so the first scenario, so this communication soup appetizer for you guys. internal communication. Here you have some information about this project we did. So industry, services, size of the company, 500 users, preparation time. It means how much time do we need to build up this internal communication in Teams, and the technology ingredients we used to build up this internal communication environment in Microsoft Teams. So we have here OneNote, Stream, Forms, Sharepoint Communicator, a company communicator application, an external application called Mail Clerk application. All right, so I believe that I can share my demo. All right, yeah. All right, so I believe that you are able to see my screen right now. So I'm using a desktop application, and on the left side, you can see onboarding, planning, and communication. So these 3 dishes we prepared, and we'll start with communication soup. So communication is built as a Microsoft team in Teams, and it's divided in our case on 3 channels: PR channel, marketing, and sales. Let's start with the PR channel. And what we have in here, of course, obviously for many of you, we can start a conversation in this channel. We can also add an announcement, what I did before. So in here, all the information connected with PR in this company will be placed in this channel. But what is important? We just realized that, all right, it's great that we are having this new conversations, this new announcements, and so on. However, it would be great to build something more, something what will accelerate the company communication internally, especially in this PR area. So what we built, on the top you can see tabs, and in here we have company communicator, right? So this is application we just added to our Teams space. I don't know how many of you are using this, but I truly recommend to add company communicator to your Teams environment. And as you can see, when I click on that, in here I have a draft messages and I have sent messages. So from here I can just see what kind of messages has been sent to my channel. All right, if I wish to start a new company communicator message, I'm just clicking new message in here and I'm adding some information. So let's see, we had here manually added Coursera collaboration, and I will do this the same from the company communicator. Title. I think that I have image. Yep. Here. I haven't. Let me check. Right. I already prepared a summary for that. And yeah, and I will use my already created forms for that. So right now I'm adding the forms because Coursera, my employees, they can apply for this course. I will click next, and from here I can choose how you want to send your message, so how I want to send this message, and I will take my communication team. However, as you can see, there are also different possibilities, send a chat to specific people, and so on and so on. Right now I will save a draft. And as you can see, the draft messages are already here. So it's Coursera Pass. And I will click send, of course, before I can preview this message in my channel, but I'm sure that it's well done. So send. And right now this post should appear, yep, in here. All right. So as you can see, it's very easy to create this kind of messages directly from communication, from company communicator. Marcin, would you like to add something to this company communicator thingy?
Yes, it's a free application from Microsoft. It's almost ready to use. You can go to the Microsoft page and download it, or use installation guide to install it on your Teams. It requires some additional components, but application is free, and you can go to code if you want, and make some customizations. But there are a lot more similar applications similar to that company communicator that you can go take from Microsoft and use in your specific situation. So it's good practice or good advice to go to that page and check those applications, because there's a really lot great application, great functions like Scrum, like this company communicator. So you can go install and use it without any additional coding. So installing doesn't require any single line of code.
And if I am end user, am I able to create this kind of application just by myself?
Well, no, because it requires some backend, other backend, and maybe other functions. But you can install it for yourself. Yes, if it's enabled on your Teams, yes, you can.
All right, awesome. All right, so we have this company communicator as a kind of additional tool for our internal communication. You can see also here is a draft from TeamsFest, so let's just publish this one as well. Send. And again, it's done. It works very great, so I really recommend you, especially when you have adoption and change management projects, for instance, for champions in the champion channel, or any other information about Teams you want to give an access to the end users. All right, let's have a look right now on the other channel in our communication team. So let's say sales. And in here, my sales team can also do a lot of activities. In this scenario, we decided to add external application. It's a third-party solution that it's called MakeClark. It's a paid application. It's a paid application. However, anyhow, we wanted to show you that how this kind of applications are working. So it's not a product placement. It is just our intention to show you something more. So in MakeClark, what is funny in this application, we just decided that, all right, we wish to connect our current environment with any social media, and we decided that, all right, maybe Twitter will be a good one. So I've been added just by clicking this plus add a tab. I added a MakeClark. I just added my Sharepoint Saturday Warsaw account, because this is one neutral account we have together with Marcin. And what I can do from here. So this is after adding the dashboard and SPS Warsaw, and what is here. So in here, I can also receive the messages, the direct messages. They are coming to Sharepoint Saturday Warsaw Twitter account. I can also default assign. We don't have any, however, you can define what kind of assignment it has to be. We also have the reminders. We also have default send action and so on. So as you can see, that's for the end users, a great application, very, very easy to use and to be understand. And if I have this application right now, I would like to show you how does it work. So I'm having my Twitter account. I will write to Sharepoint Saturday Warsaw account directly from my personal Twitter account. And in 2 minutes, you will see that we will get a message directly to post section in our communication sales team. So it will take a while. So if you wish to add something, Marcin, in between, that would
also send some message to our Twitter. It's waiting somewhere.
Yeah, it takes time a little bit, but we'll get back here very soon. And of course, we just created another channel for marketing. So in here, again, we just added May Clark. We also added company communicator. Plus, of course, like every marketing team, in here we have different tabs, like files that we wish to have as marketing files in our company. We also added a website as a marketing news. We also added planner to make some to plan the things that have to be organized in our Teams environment. All right. Should I give you, Marcin, control right now?
Wait a second. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the communication team looks simple, and it is simple. But you can add only one or maybe two additional components, additional apps like Make Clark or communication app, and well, it turned to be a really powerful collaboration tool for your team, for PR or for marketing team. Oh yeah, so it's a great way to enhance your simple teams with additional apps and make it fully powered by additional resources so you can work with external works directly from your team.
Yeah. And as you can see, guys, the message from Sharepoint Saturday Warsaw Twitter account is here. So yeah, Marcin, he wrote something. So assigned to me, assigned to a teammate. So I will take assigned to me. Plus in here, my message also came here, and directly from Teams, I'm able to answer to this message. So as you can see, to reply this message or reply or below start or end your answer with May Clark mention. So yeah, there. And I will get this message from my Sharepoint Saturday Warsaw Twitter account in a while. Yeah. And again, are you going to visit virtual launch at Teams? That's right. All right, so this is everything what we wanted to show you in this communication part. It was an appetizer for you guys. So let's move to the next part, the next dish that it's called onboarding process.
Yes, onboarding is industry finance, but it fits in almost every type of company. This example we did in the finance company with about 800 users, and most of them use Teams. Preparation time 2 to 3 days, depends on the entire team and of course of HR team, because HR team must create a lot of content or gather a lot of content. And what we used here, Microsoft OneNote, Stream, Forms, Power Automate a little, some SharePoint sites, because it's a good idea to use SharePoint for intranet and maybe the department sites. We also create and use onboarding task application built in Power Apps and Power Virtual Agent, and create a little bot for our onboarding or onboarded users, onboarded employees. Okay, so I will share my screen this time. Okay. Okay, so this is onboarding team. There are only two channels, general and team, as a private channel for HR team. So in general, we created a very simple structure with place for files for our employees. Welcome note. It's simple page in SharePoint, but it's a very good idea to create a welcome note for our employees. We created a simple please load, a simple page when we explain our onboarding process with some diagrams. There's also a OneNote that gathers all policies in our company. in that specific company. Because why OneNote? Why not SharePoint or Word or PDF files? Because it's easy to update. There you can work, co-work with your colleagues. There are history versions, and of course it's fully searchable, so you can go and search and find anything you want inside this or those connected OneNotes. And it's easy to use inside Teams, so you can add it as a tab. Of course, we use some introduction videos for our employees using Microsoft Stream because it's easy to create, easy to maintain, and they don't need to switch to YouTube or download videos. So they can watch, maybe add some comments directly from Teams. There are, of course, some survey for when they finish onboarding process. They must submit their thoughts, their ideas, and how they feel about onboarding process. But these are very simple and out of the box features for Teams. But we also used onboarding tasks application. We used that one that comes from Power Apps. We slightly modified it for our client, but it's very simple. You can using Power Apps. You can get this from templates, load it, and modify to your needs. It's very simple to use, and it's very powerful. User can go there and upload, change his profile photo, write some information about him, and there's also a very useful to-do list. So you can create a list with tasks for onboarding process, and the user must go there, mark as complete, and you can easily track progress of each employees during onboarding process, because onboarding is not a one-day training and then that's it. But onboarding process could take week, month, or even 3 months or even more, because it's very important to learn and to how company works, code of conduct, and etc. So we can easily track users' progress or employees' progress using this out of the box, in fact, Power Apps application. There's also a team channel, private channel. There are a little more stuff. We use the same tabs, same applications like OneNote, like onboarding videos, but this time users from this channel, they have full access to those resources because they are administrator. They must add a new content, maybe modify it, maybe remove something. So they are simply edit mode here. There's also some link to HR site on SharePoint, survey in edit mode, but it's a website. And okay, there's also a very simple, we built a very simple SharePoint list. Currently it's displaying as a Microsoft lists component, but it's very simple list that when a new employee will appear in your company, they simply create a new item, enter data in form. So let's say Alex, I think there's someone, Alex can HR and me as manager. Okay, good. And using this simple list, they can track status of each employees. There's one Power Automate flow behind this list that will grant access to this onboarding team if the user is already onboarded to the company, and they get access to the Active Directory to Office 365. Then this flow add him to the team, so IT don't need to do anything. And what more, user will get some information about. Let me check if there's. Check if it's working, because I add new users to Yes, it should be. Yes, it started, so it should be. Should send a message to me. Oh yeah. Okay, so every time a new user will be added to the team, the user will get this private personal message from our flow with some welcome note and direct link to our onboarding team. So in fact, the IT doesn't need to do anything. Simply, we can automate all or most of all tasks during this onboarding process. So HR team can simply add user here, change status, and that's it. Some automation will happen behind that team and grant permissions or maybe remove permissions at the end of the process, send welcome notes, etc. Okay, and there's one more thing. We built a HR bot for this onboarding process. To do this, we used a Power Virtual Agent. Currently, it's free for Teams, so it's really great time to start building bots. We create very simple bot that answer, some basic questions for onboarded employees. For this demo, we changed them a little because it's financial company, so it's private and personal information in that bot. But we create a very simple bot. If I type maybe office hours, so user will get options to select. Let's say Warsaw. Okay, Warsaw, Monday, Friday, at the same time. No, I don't want. If I type benefits, maybe I want to get some information about benefits, and I don't want to go through the OneNote documents, send emails, or chat with multiple people to get information. I can simply ask our HR bot about benefits, select, let's say, sport benefit, and I will get information about that sport benefit, how to get it, how to enroll it, etc. So it's very easy for users to interact with this kind of bots. But it's also very easy to create.
Yeah, that was the question. Can we show how to create this kind of
bot,
at least so modify?
Yes, it's so easy. So it's really a shame not to try it.
It's a piece of cake.
It's big. Oh yeah, big piece of big cake. Oh yeah, and yes. So you must. I will show you how to start. There are a lot of great guides on YouTube or internet how to start with Power Virtual Agent. I think that also Tomasz Poszutek presenting right now session about that. Yeah, but if you virtual, I'm not searching here. Oh yeah. Yeah, this one. So you must install this Power Virtual Agent application inside your Teams, and it will add on the left-hand menu a new icon, and you can go and click. You can start now with some predefined questions, but we have this bot already configured, so I will show you how to add a new question. Okay, so let's say this one, HR bot, and now we don't need to know any scripting language on programming language. It's all okay topics. It's all in this designer, so we can go using our mouse and keyboard, drag and drop, and we will create a fully powered bots. Okay, so I will create a new topic. Let's say a question. What we will use for TeamsFest sessions. Be TeamsFest. Okay, so here we must define the trigger phrases for our bot. So if I type in chatbot TeamsFest, it will start this specific topic and act with logic that I will implement here. Okay, it's saving my topic, and we have a very simple designer. And so I can show you some message, because there's we can ask a question to user. So user must select some data, call an action, so trigger something outside our bot, show a message, or end our interaction with bot. So message, say, hello, I am TeamsFest bot. Can I help you? Then we will show him, let's say, question. Yeah, let's say question. What do you need? And yeah, let's say sessions.
Virtual launch.
Tracks. And as we can see, if I add a new option, it automatically creates me a new section, a new line with conditions. Session tracks. Let's say speakers. Let's say what we have. Maybe some prices at the end. And so now we can go there, and for each condition, so there is a session track, I can add a message that my bot throw to my user. Let's say sessions. Sessions are great. That's it. And for speakers, show a message. List of speakers. It's hosted on a website, and for prizes, we have what raffle at the end of TeamsFest. I hope there's some raffle, and at the end we can end and connect all. Okay, all my condition lines to the end, and that's it. That's very simple bot. I can save it, and then yes, good. I can test it here inside this designer. So let's say TeamsFest. I can select session tracks or speakers or prizes. Let's say speakers, and boom, I get some information from my bot. So it's really very easy to configure and to create bot, to change it. If you create a chat bot or the Power Virtual Agent, you will get some four sample lessons with ready to use topics. If you go there, you can edit and simply look how it works, how it's built. Oh, this is very maybe that's some advanced bot with a lot of logic inside. So you can use that sample, modify something inside, and use it as your own bot. If you go back, we must publish this new topic. It will take up to 15 minutes to propagate to our teams, but then it will be ready to use. So if I wait up to 15 minutes, if I type TeamsFest, I will get information. Currently, I think it's not propagated, so we must wait a few minutes, but yeah, it's very easy. You don't need to code anything. Go and install Power Virtual Agents application in Teams, and you can build your own bot or bots. Oh, there's also one great feature. I'm going to show you this. If you go there and you go to topics, and there's suggested section. If you click get started, you can type URL or link to your page with Q&A sections, or even you can type a link to PDF file with Q&A sections, and that bot will automatically find questions and answers from your document or your site and create automatically content for your bot. So you can easily go type if you have already Q&A section in some page or maybe in Word document, so you can type here a link to that document and it will generate all questions for you automatically. It's really a great feature for starting with bot. Okay, And if we go back to our onboarding, so this HR bot is some additional function for this onboarding team, and it works really great because it's simple to use. But you must of course prepare some content, some questions and answers for your employees or users. Okay. Edyta, do you want to add something here?
I just wanted to add that was very, very delicious. This main course, because it only shows what are the possibilities, and I'm sure that the way how easy it's create this kind of bot, this is amazing, especially for HR people who are not that strong in technology in many cases. Therefore, I love it. I love it, and the way how can we update also this kind of knowledge base.
Yeah, it's really great and powerful because it's very simple bot, but powerful, and you can extend it with a lot of functions, a lot of connection to outside world, to external world.
Yeah, a lot of HR departments, they are keeping everything in OneNote, and we both know that it's useful. However, yeah, sometimes it takes time to find the right answer. With that kind of bot, it's great that we have everything just in 1 second, the answer. So less work for HR and great user experience.
Cool.
All right, so we have 5 minutes or maybe 6. So it's time for the dessert.
Okay, so I must show you something. Where's my slide? And again. Okay, and the last one. So our dessert planning application.
More complicated.
A little. Yeah, but we made this team and custom code, so custom development for Teams for a retail customer and for about 10,000 users. So it's a lot of users. Preparation time about 5 working days, but it depends on the because it's custom code, so it's hard to predict at the beginning. But we spent about 5 working days. We used Planner, of course, Teams. About Planner, Logic App, Azure Functions, Visual Studio, of course, and Microsoft Excel and SharePoint. So it's a little complicated solution, but our customer required to use Excel file, and in that Excel file they create a huge plans for new stores, because each new store required some tasks, some IT tasks, like build a data center, order hardware, create software, or create custom software, install software, configure something, etc. So it's a lot of tasks. So they used Excel, and they still use Excel. So they create plan in Excel, huge plans. Then they upload that file in some channel inside Teams. Then we use Azure Function, Azure Logic Apps, and Flows to make some automation. So Azure Function go to that Teams, go to that Excel file, get all information from Excel file, and based on that file, create a new planner for that channel. And what's important, this planner is in the same format, same sequence as tasks in Excel. And what's even more important, that if a user change something in Planner task, let's say change deadline, all related tasks will be automatically enhanced, so they will be changed to accordingly to this first task. How it works? Planning, yes, planning. So there are 4 channels. M1, M2, M3, M4. In each we have a planner with tasks, and I will show you Excel file because it's very important. Okay, not this one, this one. Okay, so this is Excel file. Currently we have only 40 40 rows, but real plans ends up at 200, 300, even more rows. So it's quite huge plans. And we have simple or basic information here, like area that maps to buckets inside planners, task name, owner of that task, start date, finish date, and when this task must be finished before some deadline. And using that, that's Excel. Don't need this one. Okay, so if I go here, but I switched to my different desktop. So there's a new channel. So they create a new channel every single month, week, or whatever. So when they need to create a new store, they create a file section and upload the planning
document.
Planning file to that file. So, and now the code is starting. So the Power Automate and Azure Functions and Azure Logic Apps starts and will create a new plan in this channel. I will try to make it faster, maybe. Okay, it's starting. Come on. Yes, we used the very simple. Okay, it should be ready. Should be ready. Come on. Oh, yeah. We have M4 planner already created, and inside we have full set of tasks in specific order and assigned to specific people. I have for test, I have only myself and Adele. And if a user go there and let's say change this task and start date to say 1 month ahead, it will automatically after some time change every single date in all related tasks. Yeah, and as you can see, it's works very quickly, but requires some code behind because Teams doesn't allow us to create such automation for especially for planner, but using quite simple code using Azure Functions and Azure Logic Apps and Power Automate, you can quickly create even custom and very specific, very unique application for your company based on your requirements and needs. Yeah, so that's it, I think. Quick custom at the end.
By the way, this is interesting that the customer really wanted to use still the planner despite of some of the
Excel planner.
Yeah, Excel with planner, and we are saying that planner is very limited, but in this case it shows that thanks to this code thingy we're able to make it more powerful. All right, Marcin, we are having, I can see on the chat, the questions from the previous scenario. How do you relate the bot to a specific channel? And for Power Virtual Agent in Teams, do users need Power Virtual Agent user licenses? We had questions. Yeah, I can see that I can see that Michael already answered.
Okay. Yeah, there's no need to license.
I hope so.
Yeah. All right. We can be in touch afterwards. It was Nord.
Yeah, but we have also one more slide. Yeah, switch again. There's, good.
Yeah, so guys, as you can see, the way to successful adoption, successful Teams implementations through good prepared use cases. We are trying to show you 3 of them on different level of complication. However, I believe that they are kind of inspiration for you. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So the way to the successful adoption is through great prepared scenarios.
Yeah, I think this one is very important.
Yeah, this is what are we saying to our customers mostly, that when you are going to the restaurant, you don't get the ingredients, you are getting a full meal. Therefore, again, from the adoption perspective and from this usage thingy, it's really important to have a configured environment to make your users' life easier, to make them happy about Teams. And the last one, so don't give the users empty tools, show them scenarios built in Microsoft Teams. Yeah, Teams, it's a platform for better collaboration, and we are here to make this platform even better.
Yeah, it's easy to send, you know, a link to docs.microsoft.com and say there's a full documentation, use it. Yeah? And that's not the case.
That's not the case. So yeah. So hopefully these scenarios were kind of interesting for you. Coffee and questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Maybe we're running out of time. However, we can stay in touch. You can follow us on Twitter. You can find us on LinkedIn. So we're ready to answer your questions, ready to help you to design something in Teams as well. So, and of course, rate our session. And thank you once again for the organizers for this community event, TeamsFest Rocks. So hopefully see you in the virtual launch.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day.